A terceira e última temporada de The Bad Batch tá chegando no Disney Plus, então eu vou fazer um recap aqui pra você lembrar o que tem que saber antes de assistir os novos episódios, e também eu tive uma conversa com os produtores da série. Na segunda temporada, o nosso grupo de clones mal feitos continua sua jornada como mercenários pela galáxia, fazendo vários trabalhos que a Cid passa pra eles. E paralelamente a gente vê o Império querendo descartar os clones e substituí-los pelos Stormtroopers. Então a gente tem algumas figuras já conhecidas do universo de Star Wars retornando nessa temporada e também novas figuras aparecendo e conquistando o público. Um lugar que chamou a atenção de todo mundo foi a ilha de Pabu, que prometeu um futuro pacífico para os nossos clones e para Ômega. Mas antes eles tinham algumas missões para fazer antes de poderem descansar tranquilamente, o que não deu muito certo, já que o Tech teve que se sacrificar e a Ômega acabou sendo capturada. A terceira temporada começa a partir daí, quando a gente também descobre que existe outra clone mulher, ou seja, a Ômega tem uma nova irmã para conhecer, e os produtores falaram um pouquinho mais sobre o desafio de escrever o final perfeito e sobre essa dinâmica de irmãs que a Ômega vai ter agora.
I mean, it's so hard to end a show because you get so invested in the characters, the actors involved, and even the whole crew. So we worked tirelessly to really kind of find what we felt was best ending that we could do that would be satisfying to everyone. So yeah, it's very bittersweet, and we hope the fans enjoy the story that we've told.
Definitely bittersweet, but one thing that we talk about is going into season 3, we did know it was going to be the final season, so we were able to wrap up the story the way we wanted, and that's not always the case in this business, so we're really lucky in that regard.
So in season 2, in the finale, we find out that Emery is also a clone, so now Omega has a big sister. So how is it for you to create this new dynamic, since Omega always had big brothers, but now she has a big sister to deal with?
Yeah, we wanted Emery to, even though she is this big sister type character, she is very different from Omega, and that's very much a product of how she was raised. And seeing how Omega, in the time that she spent with the Bad Batch, has learned a lot of things, but has always been just very empathetic, and someone who is always trying to look for the best in people. And then when she interacts with Emery at the beginning of season 3, it's a little different because Emery it didn't have the same kind of childhood that Omega did and is a bit more clinical. So we just wanted to, again, it's another person for her to interact with that is technically her sister, and see how Omega influences Emery along the way.
And we also have Crosshair in the same facility as the two of them, and Omega always trying to see the better person in Crosshair. So do you think the fans can expect something like redemption for him, or like him a little more?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a big question. We don't want to spoil too many things, but I'll just say we had a lot of fun with Omega and Crosshair together. As you go into season 3, there's a lot of situations that are different than you might think. Those two together were so great, and Dee and Michelle, the voice actors who play the Bad Batch and Omega, they really took to that pairing, which we haven't seen a lot in season 1 and 2, of course. So it was really great to get them together.
A gente sabe que tudo em Star Wars está super interligado: livros, HQs, games, filmes e séries. E claro que The Bad Batch tem várias referências e easter eggs a outras mídias também. Os fãs podem ficar de olho em várias conexões e, como eu já disse, personagens já conhecidos. Se você é fã de The Clone Wars, você com certeza sabe que The Bad Batch é uma sequência espiritual dessa série. Então é claro que os fãs querem ver mais desses personagens e da história que eles estavam contando. Mas, de acordo com os produtores, a gente vai ter que cruzar os dedos, nunca dizer nunca, e torcer para que eles voltem a aparecer.
Never say never. Yeah, I mean, we can't really say much except that we love these characters as much as the fans do, and if there are opportunities for certain people in other series, etc., that would be amazing. But you know, we're just so thankful that fans have embraced this show, and yeah, we're looking forward to this season.
There's always that one character that you want to work with. I really like to see Dr. Afra in a TV show or in a movie. So is there any character that you two would like to work with, but you couldn't during the 3 seasons?
I mean, I would say Ventress was a big win, and that one I wouldn't have thought possible. So the fact that we were able to utilize that character in season 3 was tremendous, because we are all just huge fans of that character. And
I would say more the opposite, that we were always thrilled to find out, because it's not just up to us, it's up to the creative team, which characters will cross paths into our show. So it was more the opposite. Oh, wow, that is going to be fantastic to be able to use that character, as opposed to the other way around, where we were pushing for somebody that we didn't use.
And we know that everything in the saga is connected, like the books, the comics, TV shows, animation, and movies. So what can the die-hard Star Wars fans look for in the season? Like Easter eggs, references, connections to another TV show or movies?
Yes, there are definitely threads that if you're a fan of the books, shows, comics, that there are things in season 3 that I think people will enjoy.
Yeah, and I mean, just we've been talking about Mount Tantus, and I'll just say that is another one. That was a big deal, a big reveal at the end of season 1, that we had this location from the novels way back when, and to be able to get further and further into the lore and the story of that mountain in season 3 has been thrilling.
E por animação ser uma mídia bem diferente de live action, eles contaram um pouquinho pra gente dos desafios ou não desafios de fazer uma série animada.
Yeah, in animation, it's all hard. But if we plan it right, the scope and the scale of the action and the locations can be bigger than something you could usually do in a live action budget. So that being said, in season 3, we challenged ourselves, and we were challenged as well from above to push everything bigger and more epic, which was really hard, but we think the results are pretty great.
But speaking of live action of The Bad Batch, I mean, Omega is like a baby girl. So do you have a fan cast for an actress to play the part if one day Omega would appear in a live action?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds like a dangerous question.
Yeah. Do you have a dream cast for Omega?
I don't, but I would say an Australian actress because of the accent, but I don't know who. I don't have someone in mind.
Então a terceira temporada de The Bad Batch chega no Disney Plus a partir do dia 21 de fevereiro. Conta aqui pra gente se você já acompanha essa ou outras animações de Star Wars e o que você espera pro futuro da franquia.